Hi, I am Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. Today is a part 1 of my counter cross stitch DIY kit tutorial. This is the counter cross stitch do-it-yourself kit that I have released on my Instagram page. I'll be putting a link in the description. So the kit will have all items that is required to make this item. You can put it in a hoop or you can mount it somewhere using a easel like this. This will go into a 5x7 frame like this. You can frame it with a glass, which means this is protected from the dust. I'll put a photo of this Christmas artwork frame. So let's start from the beginning. I'm sure that many of you are not familiar with cross stitch fabric and etc. So I'll keep it very simple. I'll try to make it as beginner friendly as possible. And please comment down if you have any questions related to this kit. And please do by checking out my Instagram page. As I mentioned, this is the fabric that comes from the kit. You will have a hoop like this, and obviously ribbons for the bow, and I have a limited quantity of this lace, and needles to make the thread like this, and these are the 5 strands required to make the design. Actually you need only very little of this color, but I am sending the whole embroidery skein for you to use for your future purposes. Obviously I have added a needle threader. This is very useful when you are threading the needle. I found it very useful. And this is the pattern. This is my own pattern. I created this pattern basically because I didn't want to get into any kind of copyright issues with respect to this pattern. So this is just based for the anchor threads. So this is the center of the design. So made it such that it's simple for beginners, but fun enough for a Christmas craft. And still it will be my own pattern. I can sell this pattern as well as the end product without worrying about any copyright or issues with fellow crafters. So that was my intent about creating this pattern. Next I talk about Aida fabric. Aida fabric is a specialized fabric with square gridded fabric, and it has holes inside the fabric to pass the needle to make the crosses. That's how it works. So there are different kinds of Aida fabric, like 14 count, 11 or 10 count, and 15, 16, 18 different kinds of Aida fabric is there. So these kind is determined by the number of holes in per inch of the Aida fabric. So if you take a square of 1 inch into 1 inch like this, there will be this is a 10 count Aida fabric, which means there will be 10 into 10 100 holes in this 1 inch square, whereas since this is a 14 inch, there will be 14 into 14 holes in this 1 inch square, and this is an 18 count, which means you have 18 into 18 holes in 1 inch square. So that is the difference. Based on the kind of Aida fabric you use, the size and result of your design will be different. They will be much smaller here compared to this 10 inch. This is the end product. The end design is around 3.5 to 3.5. This part is around 3.5 inches into 3.5 on a 14 inch count Aida fabric. Because of the end result, I think most people prefer to do it on 14 count fabric. And one thing to notice is that if you see this fabric in this is the fabric is seems to be, the weave seems to be closed, because I have washed this fabric before and after the embroidery, because to take out the stains. I have not washed this fabric, but I am expecting some sort of shrinkage, but I will recommend to wash it only after the embroidery is done, because then it might be easier to see the holes before it shrinks. So that's what is my recommendation. So we'll go do the first step. First step involves finding the middle of the pattern. I will be just folding it. So at this point you can decide if you want it a little lower or how you want it, like if you hang it or you want to frame it. Depending on that you can change the variation. It doesn't matter as long as see, this is the end result. So you can see that you can go a little ahead also, little up. Even then you can see that it is still here. You can go a little down also. Even then it is still, you have in a space here. So that's what you can, that is your own preference. So, but I'll be doing this. So I am using a friction pen, heat erasable. I have not added in the part of the kit because this is a little expensive, so it will mark up the price of the kit very much. So approximately the retail price of this pen is 100 rupees, but this is a very good to have tool. I'll show you later why it is very good to have. So this is the point that I'll be marking. So this is the point. So why it is important is because that is where we will be starting the embroidery. Now let's hoop it. I'll be doing the video fast mode at this, so I'll not be speaking anything. So let's go forward. Hoop it. At this point we can actually cut this part across using a scissors or something, but I wanted to keep some here such so that you can use this for the when you're framing or the different way you want it. I just do not want to trim it, but if you're sure that you'll be keeping it in a little hoop or a smaller size hoop, even a flexi hoop, that is you can just go ahead and trim it. So right now I'll keep it like this. Yeah, so I leave that option to you if you want to cut around it. That's the thing. Okay, so all in all, your design would be in very much inside this hoop, so you don't have to worry if you will have enough fabric or the design will be covering. Okay, so the first step is done here.